is everybody doing? I hope everyone is doing well. And yes, I know it's been a while. It's been a long while, y'all. To be honest, I had some health issues going on. To be more specific, I had a pinched nerve that was on the right side of my neck that went down to my right center in my right shoulder blade. It felt like I had an ice pick stuck in there for a long time. And the normal treatment they did, I couldn't take because they put you on steroids. And I couldn't take steroids. So I had to go the long route and do physical therapy. It helped. You know, it took away the major pain, but, you know, it's still there. I still got to do exercises and all that to get it, you know, get it well. Well, anyway, I'm back with this video that I wanted to come and do because I thought it was important for me to share all the information I've been learning, you know, about the dangers we have in our homes. We are hurting ourselves just with everyday products that we use, and we don't even know it. And a lot of it is causing chronic illnesses in some people. Now, let me say this. I'm not a doctor, but I do know, I don't know her personally, but I've watched her videos and listened to her work. Her name is Dr. Yvonne Breckworth. Wait a minute. Am I saying that right? Burkett. Dr. Yvonne Burkett, I think it is. And she is a toxicologist. And what I would do, I would leave her link to her channel down in the description box. Well, anyway, while I was, well, I learned a whole lot of this before I even saw her, but then listening to her, I just found out a whole lot more than watching other people on YouTube. And other people are finally catching on to this. Just by using our everyday products, we are doing harm to ourselves, like I said. Okay, now, excuse me. Let me get on with this because I don't want this video to be long, because I might have to put it like it may be 3 different episodes. Anyway, I'm starting in the kitchen. Things that we use in our kitchens every day that is just toxic. You know, it's just toxic. And so I'm going to start with the first thing, the main thing that we need to throw away and get rid of. Black plastic. People cook with this stuff every day, and what it does, it melts in your food. Okay, and it leaves plastic, well, that's the major word you'll probably start hearing. Microplastics. All of us are full of microplastics because of the things that we use, the clothes that we wear. And so, you know, like I said, I'm going to start here in the kitchen. And I did, oh, excuse me. Let me take a sip of my tea. This real life, y'all. Okay. If you're using black plastic, you need to get rid of it. One of the most toxic things in your kitchen. Okay? So, as I go through it, I'm going to set it aside. And after I go through this, I'm going to show you. Oh, excuse me. Hold on a minute, y'all. Wouldn't you know it, as soon as the phone is everything. Okay, as soon as I start talking, I get the coughing. Okay, now, you want to get rid of black plastic. No plastic is good to cook with. Now, you can use silicone. Silicone is a little bit better than plastic, okay? But this stuff, it does, it melts in your food when you're, you know, using it. So you want to get rid of this. Okay, now, the next thing, oh, and I know I'm going to hurt some feelings with all this. Let me move some of this stuff over so I can get here. The next thing, wait, I should have had this in the middle. But air fryer. Not all air fryers are bad, but this particular kind, like this, when you pull out the drawer, because it has that non-stick Teflon stuff. Well, they don't use Teflon no more, but it's another non-stick surface. And non-stick, regardless of what it is toxic. Okay? So, people say, well, you can use the liners that go in there. These things that you can put in the drawer, okay? That fit in here and you put your food. The problem with those is they are sprayed with the same stuff that they spray to make this non-stick. It's got the same stuff. All right, now, let me move that out the way. Okay, now, next is you have non-stick pans. This is I don't have any more non-stick pans. This is the only thing I still had that was non-stick. This is no good, okay? You need to get rid of this in your kitchen. All right? Now, the next thing is cheap stainless steel pots. All right, you can tell this is a cheap pot because of the handle. And what happens with this is if you put tomato sauce in the saucepan to heat it up and cook it, it can actually leach nickel and cadmium into your food, okay? And some people have allergies to nickel, and you're probably cooking with cheap stainless steel and you're wondering why you're sick or whatever, you know, have something chronic going on. So, no cheap stainless steel, all right? I'll move this. And then, I know I'm getting ready to hurt some feelings. Plain old everyday parchment paper. Again, all parchment paper is not the same. You know, it's not the same. Parchment paper we get from China, like this is made in China. It's sprayed with the same stuff that's sprayed on the parchment paper and that goes to the air fryer and stuff in the air fryer. So, parchment paper. But like I said, I'm going to show you guys something else you can use. And the next thing, good old Reynolds wrap. Why? Or aluminum foil, regardless of what brand it is not good for you. It's toxic. All right? Oh, let me show this. This is plastic, so I'm starting on my plastic. Plastic, you know, this is old plastic and have cheap silverware. Now, this is, this silverware in here comes from like the Dollar Tree and stuff like that. It's cheap. You want to make sure when you get any kind of aluminum, I mean not aluminum, but stainless steel, whether it's silverware, pots and pans, you want it to be what's called 1810. And I'm quite sure this is not 1810. This is made in China crap, okay? So you want to get rid of, because also with this being plastic, when you wash your silverware and you put it in, it rubs up against here and causes the microplastics to rub off on it. Because I'm quite sure if I can look up this real good, it'll show some little, you know, they're not deep, but it'll be some little scratches, okay? Next, these sponges that we use, that we buy with the scrubbers. Some of them are blue. Most of them are blue. But this one came with blue and this one. I don't have no more of the other ones. I just saved this one so I could do the video. I forget what they call these. Anyway, you don't want to use, this is microplastic too. And yeah, you don't want to use these sponges. Everyday sponges people use, but like I said, we're going to see what we can use. Okay, plastic storage that you put food in, food storage, plastic. You don't want these either. And I had these for a long time. I would fill them up and store beans and all that kind of stuff and rice and have them on the shelf, but I switched over, so I'll show you again. We want to get rid of all this stuff. Okay, and again, now if you guys look, you can tell that my aprons are thinned out because I've taken them all down. Like this is the plastic apron, okay? Plastic and 100% polyester or something like that. Polyester on one side, plastic on the other. This ain't no good, so we're getting rid of this too. All right, now, I know I'm really going to hurt some feelings now because everybody that I watch on cleaning channels use these. And this is a microfiber towel. Yes, microfiber towels, because this is nothing but polyester plastic. When you look, go look all this stuff up, y'all. You know, I'm telling you, do your own due diligence and go look it up, okay? So, you don't want to be using these, all right? So, what I'm going to do is put all this stuff away, and I'm going to set up with the stuff I chose to use in its place, okay? So, we'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm back with what you can use in the place of all the stuff I talked about, okay? Let me take a sip of my tea. Okay, now, instead of all that black plastic, the best thing to use is wood and stainless steel. And also, I use this spatula because it's actually rubber, but they call it silicone. But the safest thing to use, and it's got a wooden handle, okay? So these are your best options. Like I said, the wooden ones and the stainless steel and silicone, all right? You can use those. Now, I'm not going to go on, I'm going to go with it's in front of, okay, let me start with this since it's the closest to me. I switched out the plastic silverware divider for this one is bamboo. And I upgraded my flatware to, this is 1810 silverware, well, flatware, stainless steel. Okay, I decided to go ahead and invest in a good one. All right, next, for your saucepan that I said that a cheap one will leach nickel and cadmium, is this. This is better, a little bit better, because the bottom of this is a little heavier, okay? And you can always tell, what did I do with it? You can always tell it because you saw the other one had that black handle. Where did I put it? Did I put it up already? Oh, I took it. Hold on, y'all. Let me get the other one because I want to show you. Okay, when you buy a stainless steel pan, like I told you, this is a cheap one, and it has this black handle on it, know that this is a cheap pot. You never want to buy a set of stainless steel that has these black handles on it, okay? So, this one has the metal handle, but the handle of this one is not that good either because it's hollow. It shouldn't be hollow. I'm learning about that with, you know, pots and pans. This pot and pan wasn't made in America, but it wasn't made in China either. This was made in India. So it's a little bit better. Okay, now, the next thing to cook in, next best thing to cook in is, of course, the old standby cast iron. You know, I just want to pull this out and show y'all. But also, I knew this, you can invest in a glass pot. This reminds me of, we used to have the Vision Ware. It was made a little bit better than this, but this is still heat resistant. You know, you can put your sauces in here and you don't have to worry about anything. Okay, so put that there. Now, I'm going to pull this over here. This is my, hold it up. This is my air fryer. It's made of glass. You know, it's better than the other one. Now, if you have an air fryer, stainless steel air fryer that's made like a toaster oven, that style, those are okay. You know, those are okay. This one's okay because it's glass. I chose this one because the other ones were a little bit too big and I had more room for this one. Okay. Now, for storage. Now, I told you that other plastic thing I put beans and stuff in. This is what I'm using now for that. You have something like this, or you can use something like this, okay? Either way, it doesn't matter because it's glass, okay? Now, also, if you have, you know, if you buy marinara sauce or tomato sauce in a jar, you can also use these jars for storage. Just recycle. You can, say if you cook something, you have a little bit left, you can stick it in the jar and stick it in the refrigerator. You know, recycle your jar. Because I recycle pickle jars and all that, big pickle jars. Also, in the place of that plastic Rubbermaid stuff, you can have glass. These. Let me pick them all up at one time. You can have these. Yes, the top is plastic, but as long as it's not touching your food, you know, it's a good thing, okay? So, I'll move these over here. Okay, next. Remember I was talking about the parchment paper. Well, this parchment paper is by If You Care. Let me bring it up so you can see it. It's by a company called If You Care. This is not sprayed with the same stuff that they spray the other stuff with. This is sprayed with silicone. And so, like I said earlier, silicone is a little bit safer than the rest of that stuff. The other stuff is called quill or something, but it's the same stuff that it's on non-stick stuff. But this is silicone. Now, to replace them sponges and to replace your sponges in the microfiber towels. Now, this is a cellulose sponge. This sponge is like the old yellow ones your grandma and them used to use. The same kind, and it has a bamboo, or is this coconut cord, scrubber. But it's all natural. Let me bring it. See? It's called a cellulose sponge. And this sponge is made out of cellulose and cotton. What cellulose is the stuff, the same stuff that they use, you know, the capsules when you take in herbs and all that, those clear plastic capsules, that's made of cellulose. This is cellulose and cotton, okay? So this is good. Now, to replace, oh yeah, and I might as well show, before I go into that, show you this. This is a little scrubber. This is a little scrubber brush. You know, this is made out of wood and bamboo as well, okay? It does have that plastic ring on it, but it's white, which is, I guess, isn't too bad. All right, now, to replace your microfiber towels, you have what you call a Swedish towel. These are also made out of cellulose, okay? You can, what you do is you wet these, you wring it out really good, and whatever cleaner you're using, you just take these, you know, as they're damp, and do the same thing you would do with a microfiber towel. You can also throw these in the washing machine, okay? Yeah, but these work well. I have a couple I've been, and these are biodegradable. So, like when they get raggedy and no good, you can throw them in your compost or whatever, or throw them in the trash and they'll decompose, okay? Let me show you what they look like when it's all used. Okay, this one I've been using this one for 6 months maybe, and it's just now starting to come loose. You know, you can continually use them until they start breaking up. Okay, now I don't know if I mentioned it, if I mentioned the cutting boards, but if I did, I'm gonna mention it again. Okay, now a lot of people get plastic cutting boards. They say, well, I get that to cut my meat on. Yeah, what you do is you cut your meat or your whatever you cutting. When you cut across that plastic, it's getting in your food, okay? So a plastic cutting board is just as bad as black plastic, all right? Because you're getting microplastics in your food, which is going into your body. We're all full of microplastic, and they say there's no way to get it out, but you know, where there's a will, there's a way. So what you do is you get you a wooden cutting board. This is a bamboo cutting board. This is already antibacterial. So after you cut whatever it is you cutting, whether it be chicken or whatever, if you're a meat eating person, you just wash it with some hot soapy water, and then you let it dry, you know, or you dry it yourself. That's what you would do with this. You don't use plastic, because it's like you getting all that cutting all that plastic in your food, you know. And I know a lot of people, you know, do that because they think it's the safest way to go. Well, it's not. Okay, so let me put this away. So you guys, okay, I hope this was giving you some information so you can look into it yourself. And I will put all the stuff here in a description box so you can look it up, you know, if you choose to. Because we can, you know, we can't get totally away from it, you know, away from plastic. It's everywhere and it's in everything, you know. So all we can do is the best that we can do, you know, because, you know, a lot of this stuff is, like I said, is doing us harm and we don't even realize it. You're wondering why you might have chronic whatever. And it's something in the household that you're using. One, was it the lady? Well, somebody I was watching was doing a, she was grading detergents and dishwashing detergents and dishwasher things. And she graded them. Now, this is, let me get this. This is one of everybody's favorite, this Dawn, okay? Dawn Power Wash. This rated a D minus, I think it was. Not quite an F, but it was close because of what's in it. What's that one called? Generation 7 or 7th generation. It's clear, and the bottle has a leaf on it. I'm trying to think of the name of it. Can't think of the name of it. But anyway, that is not as safe as it. That one got a D too. So if it got a D, that means it is yeah, it scored low. Well, anyway, like I said, I hope this information helps some of you guys, and now you go and you do your own research and do your own due diligence. You know, find out, you know, if you have a chronic illness or something keeps going on, your children keep having asthma, runny nose and all that, find out if it's something in your home or something that they're eating. Because, also, I have a Vitamix blender, and I switched out my plastic pitcher for a stainless steel one. Because I use mine all the time. You know, I use mine all the time for all types of stuff. So anyway, you guys, if this is the first time you watch any of my videos, I'm going to ask you to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, hit that notification bell. And for those of you who are returning, I want to say thank you. And I hope, again, that sharing this information did you some good. And like I said, I'm going to come back next time with, I'm going through the bedroom and the bathroom, you know, and the living room. I'm going to just straight out tell you, if you got carpet, not sisal carpet, because I think sisal is not as bad as some of the other ones. But if you got carpet on your floor, then yeah, that's bad too, because chemicals are in it. And yeah, we're just doing ourselves wrong. Well, anyway, you guys, you know, I hope you come back for the next one, and we'll see you next time. So peace, love, and light, and I'll catch you in the next one.